Hi guys, welcome to today's video. I'm going to be answering a very long list of get to know me questions. I thought that this would be a lot of fun. I haven't done a video like this in forever. Also, I wanted to film outside. You guys really seem to enjoy it. The video that I put up last week filmed outside and I enjoyed it myself. So it's late afternoon and the birds are chirping and it's the weekend, so there aren't too many cars driving by. And Peter has some of the kids taking and dropping cookies off at some of our friends' houses. And so I thought, what a better time to sit with my cup of black coffee and answer some of these all about me questions for you guys. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Ashley. I'm a mom of 7 and I share here on YouTube about family and marriage and parenting and budgeting and minimalism and just all sorts of things, all of the things that I'm passionate about. I'm really glad you're here today. If you are not new to my channel, hi guys, thanks for coming back. I don't know how the lighting's gonna be just because of the time of day, but we're gonna roll with it. Hopefully it's not too bad. All right guys, let's dive into this very, very long list of questions. I don't know how many I'm actually going to get through. This list has 244. I don't think I'm gonna get through all of those. And there's probably some of them that I'm not willing to answer. But anyway, let's just see how we do. I'm gonna sit back, relax, I got my comfies on, and y'all are gonna get to know me. All right, number 1, what is the story behind your name? I was named after the pastor's daughter at the church that my mom attended when she was like a teenage girl. So the pastor and his wife had this little girl and her name was Ashley Nicole, and my mom loved her and so she named me after her. Are you proud of your name? I suppose. I mean, I'm not proud of my name. What is your nickname? I don't really have a nickname. I mean, sometimes people call me Ash, just like shortening my first name, but I don't really have any other nicknames. If you could choose your name, what would it be? I've thought about this before. I've actually thought about just going by my middle name because I always felt like Ashley didn't exactly suit me perfectly, but I'm almost 37 years old, so I feel like I'm kind of stuck with it now, you know? What is your favorite coffee place in town? Unfortunately, there's not a ton of options. There is a little coffee shop in the local downtown that I've been meaning to try, and I haven't tried yet. So Starbucks is pretty much it, but I wouldn't say that it's my favorite. It's just my only option. What is your favorite color? I like gray, I like yellow, I like purple. I don't necessarily like to wear yellow and purple. I like to wear gray, but I'm trying not to wear gray. What is your favorite sport? I don't have one. I'm not a huge fan of the sportsing. I did play lacrosse for a year in high school, and that was fine. But I don't have a favorite sport. All of these, like who's your favorite singer, who's your favorite actor, who's your favorite celebrity, I'm terrible at these questions because I don't really have a favorite. I mean, like, I love Dolly Parton, and I think Cher is just amazing, and I feel like I'm showing my age. And favorite actor, I mean, I don't know. I really don't. Like, I just am not so much into movies and music that I care that much about that stuff. What is your eye color? Hazily brown. Apparently they turn very, very green when I am angry. There's a story to that. Maybe I'll tell it sometime. What color do you wish your eyes were? I mean, I'm pretty happy with the color they are, although I have seen people with like those super bright, clear green eyes that are like piercing. I mean, that would be kind of cool, but that's what contacts are for, right? Do you like cooking? It's okay. I like the end result. I don't necessarily love the process or the cleaning up afterwards. What is your favorite dish? I don't really have one. To make or to eat? I don't really have one. I mean, I like all kinds of Mexican food. All of the Mexican foods I love. I like making things that my kids will eat. So, what are your favorite snacks? Cookies. I'm only saying cookies because we're having like a quarantine cookie party over here. Peter has made cookies almost every single day, and he's been home for like 2 weeks. It's a lot of cookies. What was your favorite subject in school? I enjoyed French and theater. I didn't so much love the schooly school parts. Are you a scary movie person or a rom-com person? Rom-com, for sure, although I really haven't seen a new rom-com in ages because they've gotten raunchier and raunchier as the years go by. Not really my jam. Are you interested in having children? Well, I have 7, so I should hope so. What is your secret talent that the world doesn't know yet? I have the nose of a bloodhound. Okay, what is your worst fear and what is your biggest fear? Those feel redundant. Also, I don't really want to talk about the stuff I'm afraid of right now. The world seems really scary right now and I just don't want to feed into that fear, so I'm not going to answer those. Are you a dog person or a cat person? I am a cat person. Cats are easy and they don't require a ton of emotional energy from me for the most part, so I like that about them. What is your jam? Okay, so here's what you need to know. Any and all 80s ballads. Also, my sister Angela and I put us in a car together with some Celine and Barbara duet. It's called Tell Him. If you haven't heard it, you should go listen. She does Celine's part, I do Barbara's. It's a miracle. Maybe one day we'll do it for you. When did you meet your best friend? Well, I have a few best friends, truthfully. So I met Angela when she was born. She's my sister, so that was 13 months after I was born. And I met Peter when I was 16. And I met my friend Amy when I was 11. And I met my friends Autumn and Jenny when we started attending our new fellowship at our here in South Carolina. So that was like 6 years ago, something like that. What movie made you cry the most? Some of these questions are worded very oddly. The grammar is a little off. But the movie that made me cry the most, if I'm honest, it was probably Titanic, only because I saw it in the theater like 6 times. So I cried a lot at the same movie over and over. I cried a lot of movies, though. I cried at animal cartoon movies. So a movie making me cry isn't really all that big of a feat. What is the one gadget you can't live without? What is the best advice you have learned so far? The best advice that I've learned so far, I don't know if I've shared this with you guys, at least in a very long time, is that my choices are not a judgment of your choices. And your choices should not be taken as a judgment of my choices. I think we would all be much more contented people if we could remember that. What is the advice you want to give your 15-year-old self? Oh, ouch. Don't look for validation from other people, particularly of the male persuasion. That is not where your worth is, my love. If you could time travel, would you choose past or future? Past. Which planet would you fancy a visit? I don't know, which one would I not die on? What was your alternative career choice? I always thought that I might be an actress someday. We can kind of pretend that I'm an actress on my very own YouTube show. What is the stupidest thing you believed in your childhood? I don't know, I'm sure I believed a lot of really stupid things, but also I got a lot of song lyrics really, really wrong when I was a kid. What is the last movie you watched? The last movie that I sat down and watched was the most recent Star Wars movie, Rise of Skywalker. If you had a chance to swap your life with another person, who would it be? No one. Have you guys ever heard somebody say that if you took all of your problems and all of your friends' problems and all these people that you look up to and admire and you threw all of your problems in a pile, do you really think you would go pick up your friends' problems? No, you would choose your own. You would choose your own life. I would choose my own life over and over. I wouldn't take what somebody else has in exchange for what I have, what I've been given. So I don't think I would want to swap with anybody. What are you most thankful for in your life? My family. Absolutely my family. Who is your favorite grandparent? You know why I can answer this question, and I don't mean to be morbid. I only have one living grandparent, so I can easily say my Nana. If you had one superpower, what would it be? I think I would very much like to fly. I just think it would be fun. Probably not useful to anyone else, but I would like to fly. What is one bad habit you have? What is the dominant color in your wardrobe? Well, it's been grays and blacks for a long time, but now there's lots of beiges. I don't know if that's better, but it's what's happening. What is the best comment you have received on your channel? I don't know that I could pick just like one best comment, but when somebody shares with me that something I have said has changed their life for the better in some way, or given them a new perspective on something, or encouraged them, I love hearing from you guys, because sometimes, you know, YouTube can be a negative kind of place. Often it's not, often it's wonderful, but sometimes it can be not so wonderful. So it's always really nice to hear those kind of encouraging comments. What is one superstition you still follow? I don't think I do. Oh, this could have been a great question, but I don't know what it says. If you had to give up or ice cream, which would it be? But I don't know what I'm having to choose between. So let's say it says cake. We'll pretend that it says cake. If you had to give up cake or ice cream, what would it be? I would give up cake. Who is your favorite Disney character? Actually, I really do love Moana. We'll go with Moana. Or Mulan. That's a tough one. Can I say both? Would you like to adopt someday? Yeah, I would. What color are your bedroom walls? They're a grayish color, a tannish, grayish beige. What is your worst nightmare? Once again, we're not talking about scary things today. Are you afraid of injections? Needles? No, I am not afraid of them. What is the one body part you love to flaunt? My giant brain. If you had $1 billion and could buy only one type of thing, what would it be? Oh, that scared me. There's a cat. One of my cats is down in the leaves. Houses. I would buy houses, because then I would be invested in real estate, and then I would make more money, and then I could spend that money on whatever I wanted, like giving it away and buying cool stuff. Are you a DC or a Marvel fan? A Marvel. What is your favorite drink? Black coffee. Although if you're asking about an alcoholic beverage, I don't really have a favorite drink, but I do enjoy a margarita every now and again. What is the first thing you notice in a stranger? Their smile, typically. What is one movie you wish you could unsee? I don't even like to say the name of the movie. I can't even remember the name of the movie. Oh gosh, it's a horror movie. And the song that plays throughout the movie is "Turn Around Every Now and Then." You know the song. Jeepers Creepers. Oh, I wish I could unsee that movie. I wish I could unsee it a million times over. I wish really though that I could unsee all of the horror movies I've ever seen in my life. I regret watching them. I regret them. If you're not a horror movie watcher, that's good. If you're considering being a horror movie watcher, just don't do it. Garbage in, garbage out, my friends. That's what my mom always said. Also, once you see it, you can't unsee it, and it sticks with you. What is your best childhood memory? One of my fondest memories is playing with my sister in our backyard in our house in Georgia, and we had a creek back there, and we would rescue bugs using sticks and empty Tic Tac containers. And we would stir up the creek and all the mud, and we would make Flanagan family chocolate in the creek. It's good times. What is one thing that upsets you instantly? People being mean to little kids. That really is upsetting to me. What is one thing you always carry while traveling? Clean underwear? I don't know. My wallet? I don't travel a ton, so I guess I don't really have any special specific things that I carry while traveling. Are you a morning person? I am. Your strategy for a happy life. Happiness is not guaranteed, but you can have joy. Joy that comes from the source of life and joy. My faith is the source of my joy. And I can choose to be happy. Do you believe in marriage? Yes. When did you push your limits physically? I feel like every time I've given birth, I've pushed myself to my physical limit. I feel like that's kind of true for every person who gives birth, though. It's a very all-encompassing physical thing. I mean, I haven't like ever ran a marathon or anything, but I have been in labor for 21 hours. How often do you talk to yourself? Out loud, not very often. In my head, constantly. What is your favorite season? This one. I love spring. Do you guys see all the green behind me? It's so green. It's so beautiful. I love spring. If you could trade your wisdom for one thing, what would it be? Nothing. I would not trade the wisdom that God has given me for anything on this earth. Like, that is my spiritual gift, and I would not trade that one in. What is one thing you absolutely refuse to share with anyone? My husband. Do you believe in God or any higher power? Why, yes, I do, as a matter of fact. Do you think feminism is taking wrong turns? What would you choose between world peace and environmental restoration? World peace. Hands down. Once the world is at peace, we can begin to work on the other things, I think. Given a chance, which country would you prefer to rule? Can I just have a little island in the middle of nowhere? I don't really want to be in charge of that many people. That seems like a lot of work. What do you prefer, mountains or beach? Beach. But not with kids, because kids in water freak me out. Are you into adventure sports? No. What do you think of love without respect and trust? Well, I think that there's a lot of different kinds of love, first of all. And I can love someone without respecting or trusting them. Love is a choice. Love is an action. It's a way that you treat people. So I can treat people in a loving way without trusting them. If we're talking about a marriage relationship, I don't think you can have that kind of love without respect and trust. But if we're talking about like a biblical love, yeah, you can have it without respect and trust. Do you believe in saving or spending? I don't know. Depends on what day of the week it is. I want to be a person who believes in saving. Well, apparently I've been talking for a while, but it's a constant battle between the Ashley that wants to save and the Ashley that wants to spend. Do you believe in second chances? Absolutely. If you were permitted to kill one person, who would it be? I don't know. I don't want to kill anybody. What would you choose between a romantic candlelit dinner and a simple breakfast? I guess I'll choose the candlelit dinner. I don't really eat breakfast. I do intermittent fasting. Do you think you could handle fame? Absolutely not. What is your one quality that you want to be celebrated for? I guess I would hope that people would recognize my love for them. So I guess I would want to be seen as a loving person. If you were granted immortality, what is the one thing that you will continue to put on hold? Making phone calls of any kind. I hate making phone calls. I have so much anxiety over making phone calls. Do you believe celebrities deserve more privacy and we need to stop showing so much interest in their lives? Yeah, probably. They're still humans with like human rights. We should stay out of their business just a little bit and enjoy them in movies. What is your Halloween costume this year? We don't celebrate Halloween. I didn't dress up for Purim, but maybe I'll dress up next year. I think we'll do a Star Wars family theme next Purim. Have you ever cheated on an exam? I don't think I have. I don't remember ever cheating. There's a chance that I did, but I don't specifically remember ever cheating on a test. Are you still in contact with any of your exes? No. What is one health routine that you think is important and you would encourage other people to follow? Oh, what was that? I think intermittent fasting is awesome, but it's obviously not for everybody. I don't know. That's one of those things that, like, I guess drink water, but I'm not great at remembering to drink water all the time. I don't think there's any one piece of, like, oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. Never mind. I lied. I know exactly what it is. Sleep. Oh my word, sleep. Everyone needs sleep. And most people have terrible sleep hygiene. Sleep. That is what I wish I could make everybody do. 8 to 9 hours every night. What is the unhealthiest mental condition you have ever been in? That's probably a tie between when I had a mental breakdown in middle school and when I had postpartum depression after my third baby, after Lucy was born. Who do you share your darkest secrets with? Oh, that's my cat, scared me. My sister and my husband. Have you ever been attracted to any of your teachers? No. I did think that my French teacher was beautiful, but I wasn't like attracted to her. I just thought that she was a beautiful woman. What would you choose between a penguin or an otter? I would choose an otter. They're so cute. What would you choose between the power to remember everything forever or to wake up every morning with completely wiped memory? Would that be a power? I would choose to remember everything forever. Oh, except that's kind of a curse because then every awful thing too, you would remember it really well. Ugh, I would still have to go with remember everything forever. I saw the movie 50 First Dates. That seems like a very hard way to live. If you were an object, what object would you be? I think I would like to be a cherished coffee mug. What is the one role you think you could have done better in a movie? Well, I don't know about in a movie, but I should have been cast as the Fairy Queen in Midsummer Night's Dream in high school, and I was not. I'm still bitter. What is the one topic once you start you could go on for 5 continuous hours? There's more than one. We could talk about pregnancy and birth. We could talk about gentle, peaceful parenting, attachment parenting. We could talk about scripture. So those 3 probably are tops. If you could buy only one flavor of ice cream, what would it be? Fudge Ripple. What do you prefer between extreme cold and extreme heat? Heat. Always heat. How many languages do you speak? 1. I took French for like 3 or 4 years and I remember a few things, but not enough to say that I speak it. Do you use sarcasm very often? I'm not a naturally super sarcastic person, and I also try not to use sarcasm too much. The older I get, the more I think that sarcasm is just kind of mean. Have you ever faked a friendship? I don't think I've ever faked a friendship. No, but I am kind to everyone. That does not mean that everyone is my friend, because I do think that there are like layers, you know, like the people who are closest to you, your best friends, your closest friends, then you have your kind of regular friend group, and then you have acquaintances and people that you're kind of getting to know, and then you have like circles out from there of like, you know, people that you might smile and wave at but you don't really talk to. I don't think I've ever faked a friendship, but I do try to be friendly with everybody. Do you think killing half the world would make it a better place again? No, Thanos, I do not. All right, guys, I don't actually know how many of these questions I answered. I'll have to count when I edit this video. I did not answer all of them because some of them were just weird and some of them were too personal, and I don't answer things that are super personal. And also I tried not to answer anything that was like super negative because I'm not about that vibe right now. The world is weird and scary enough. I don't need to be all like negative Nancy on my videos. So that is it for this Get to Know Me session. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was really fun. Just a little casual video, me, the birds, the cars driving by. Thank you guys so much for being here. I will see you in my next video.